Hello everyone around the world and welcome to Monday Night Camel's Formula One League. We're here at Bahrain after a 2-week hiatus. It was Camel's birthday 2 weeks ago, and last week he was recovering from some surgery, so all the drivers here are excited to get back on to racing here on F1 2020. Once again, we're racing here underneath the lights here at Bahrain. The Bahrainian Grand Prix. It's going to be an excellent race tonight. 9 drivers showed up tonight. Kind of wish there was more. So let's get everything up in detail, ready to go. 9 drivers. Lucky Mouse beating out Camel the pole by 1/1000th of a second. Red lights are on and they are off. We're underway for the Bahrainian Grand Prix. Cars jostling for position in the back. Lucky Mouse going to hold around the outside. We got a car going way on the inside. That's going to be saying Saucecott trying to look in deep, trying to get a couple of positions. Kind of fell back. RVG grabbing a couple of positions back. Saying getting around Potts. Bro King in the back. Bro Wilson, we have a caution. That's actually going to be Bro Wilson getting spun out. Doesn't look like he has any damage. Looks like he saved some. RVG slowing down before heading downhill through the S's. Lucky Mouse going to lead the way. Apologize for the abrupt greeting. Oh, we got a car off. That's going to be Road King getting loose. So the tires are starting to get warmed up here tonight. Like I said, only 9 drivers showing up. Everyone guaranteed a top 5. Lucky Mouse leading by over 1.3 seconds. Sayin just threw it in there, overshot the corner and is on the apron trying to rejoin safely without taking out RVG. RVG now moves up to 3rd place. 57 laps here tonight. All going to be about consistency as drivers are still trying to find their way around the track. Looks like the drivers have been a little rusty, having 2 weeks off. That's going to be Potts, who had 3 weeks off. But he's back in the saddle. RVG getting pushed wide by Sayin as Sayin moves into the podium position. RVG really having to slam on the brakes there to avoid any contact with Sayin. Already DRS is enabled even though we've only completed a lap. For whatever reason they're counting the pace lap as a lap. I mean, it is what it is. RVG locking up the brakes. See that they still haven't fixed that the interval scoring yet. Whoa, Will Phaser getting a little bit loose in the gold car. Switching things up for his livery. He's been dominant Wednesday nights, currently leading the points. He's been pretty solid here at F1 as well. So far down in 5th position. Texas and Bro getting a little bit of contact maybe. This track is rough on the rear wheel, especially heading up the hill through those very fast S's. You're pretty much flat out up until you get around this right-hander. It's going to be Texas Rooster in the back. That double left-hander really catches a lot of young and brand new drivers out. Catches some veteran drivers out as well. On board with Sayin, setting the fastest time so far, 1:32.5. He's going to be in DRS range. All 3 of these cars very, very close together in the early stages of the race. Should be seeing the leaders kind of do a 2-stopper here. I believe Camel and Lucky Mouse, they might be doing medium softs. While Sayin might throw in a couple of things he could do. You can do soft mediums or soft hards if he so chooses to. And it looks like Camel gets a little bit loose. That camera angle didn't allow us to see much. But Sagan's going to go and overtake Camel on that back stretch. Not many people are able to really overtake in that third DRS zone. See RVG trying to capitalize on Camel. Camel pushing wide yet again. Don't know if any pain is really affecting him here tonight. Having a week to recover. Whatever surgery he had done, I'm sure that it's going to take a while for him to be at fully 100% capacity. Look back on Camel's car. You see RVG chasing him. Both of them in the DRS. Camel's going to try to lunge it up the middle here. Gets it done. Bully's staying out of the way, and Camel's going to go right back into second place. But while all this is taking course, Lucky Mouse is pulling away, staying left without DRS. And Camel's making Saiyan work on those softs, making him push harder than he wants to. RVG now getting in the picture. On board with him as his three-way battle continues. There's a little dip in the ground, so when you try to get up to speed, you kind of tend to spin the rear wheels. And Saiyan trying to move around the outside. Can he get it done? He's going to push wide a little bit. Camel's going to take the inside line. That's going to be a Road King getting spun out again. Saiyan getting the job done around the outside. RVG having to lock up and push the outside to avoid any contact with Camel. Lucky Mouse is taking this, and he's going to go and push away. Wolfphaser in the back. He's trying to make up some ground. Camel's not going to want to take no for an answer going into turn 3. Saiyan gives him room. The switchback has it in place. Camel trying to do the switchback. Now he's going to have DRS around the outside. Saiyan's going to throw it in there. Plenty of track. Camel runs wide. Gets a little bit loose. Crashing hard into the wall. He's going to lose some front end plates there on the left side of his front wing. And he's going to have to come in and pit. And he's going to go and take liberties and just going to go ahead and cut the course there. Going to give Potts the position, and Camel's now going to have some ground to make up. Oh, and Potts spins, collecting Camel. This night has gone from bad to worse as he just hits the reset button out of pure frustration, I would assume. It's like, I don't have time to back up and get back on track properly. So Camel now down. He's going to be behind a pit stop. I think he might slap on the hards and try to go as far as he can. Go back here. Potts trying to get around Camel. Camel going way wide. Having very minimal front downforce. He's just pushing. Car does not want to cooperate with him at all. Camel heading into the pits there. Back up to the front now. Soscott and RVG battling. If I were these two, I would work together, use the DRS to catch up to Lucky Mouse. They've caught up a couple of tenths. They were about 3.3 seconds down a couple laps ago. Now they're within about a little outside 2.5 seconds. So they're closing in the gap. Drivers are trying to find their rhythm, but Zayn and Camel are being really aggressive with each other. Texas Rooster going in the pits. Camel throwing on the hards. Just as I suspected. And he's going to try to use those as long as he can. He's probably going to go hards to mediums. I mean, he's got the pace to catch up to like Bro Wilson, Road King, and Potts, and even Will Phaser. So he can easily work his way back up to the top 5. But to get on the podium tonight, it's definitely going to be a challenge for sure. And these two guys, they're not going to want to give any inches. They're not going to want to give any type of space for that to happen. Will Phaser included. But it may not look like it, but this is a technical track. Technical as far as drivers' abilities go. It's a very driver track as far as managing your tires, because it's kind of like a bowl. You go downhill, and then after that second DRS zone, it's all uphill and it just burns your rear tires. And you can easily oversteer accidentally. So you have to be careful with that as your tires begin to wear down. These two drivers using the soft tires to their advantage as long as they can. Expect for them to pit around laps 12 to 15, I think would be their pit window, maybe even a little bit longer, depending on how hard they ran on these softs in Q2. Since everyone advanced from Q2 to Q3, they're starting on the tires that they qualified on, with the exception of Bro Wilson. Bro Wilson was able to choose this since he didn't make it until the very end of Q3. And just like that, they're catching up to Lucky Mouse. I want to see if Lucky Mouse has any damage. I don't think he does. But he's losing a lot of ground to Zayn. Zayn's really pushing right now. I don't know if Lucky Mouse is conserving his tires or not and letting the two guys behind him chase and push hard. I'm not entirely sure. Looks like Zayn's got a fire lit underneath him here as he sets a purple sector 1. He wants to be on that top step. They made the podium last time we all gathered here for Monday Night League Racing a couple weeks ago. And he was really able to pull away from RVG as well. It's right there, that long right-hander. Once your tires start to wear, you can't push and just lose grip and just spin right around. So drivers got to be aware of that. Still not going to be in DRS range, but I mean, he is just getting it tonight. Never seen this much pace from Zayn before. I mean, he's been a fast driver, but he's really used this off time to really practice and hone in his skill tonight. Bro Wilson, 1.2 down from Potts. Camel looks like he's got around a lap car of Texas Rooster. RVG now with a 3-second time penalty. I think Zayn's just going to be outside the 1-second DRS range. You see on the mini-map to the right of your screen, those green dots indicate the DRS zone reading. And if a driver's within 1 second, once they hit that green dot, then they'll have DRS available, which is the drag reduction system. We should say this time by. You'll see the middle flap of the rear wing open up, which will allow more airflow in, making the car more aerodynamic. There, see, it's open now. You can see right there. Then we're actually going to watch on board as it kind of slams shut when he brakes. And if you're wondering why they don't just have it open the entire time, well, although it makes the car aerodynamically faster, it doesn't make it more aerodynamically sound. As far as downforce goes, it takes away downforce of the rear. And so if you're going through these S's, you just immediately just slip out underneath the rear and just go spinning downhill. So that's why the FIA have only done it on long enough straights. Some tracks have 3. Australia, Bahrain. I think Singapore has 3 as well. Does France have 3? I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember. Majority of the tracks have 2, and a couple of tracks have 1. Both of those being Monaco and Suzuka. Suzuka, you can use it. Monaco, it's kind of pointless, really. Really hard to overtake. Camel getting past Road King. We're on lap 10 of 57, about to be on a lap 11, 10 laps down. 46 to go. I'm sorry, 47 to go. It's right on board with Sayin. Lucky Mouse locking up the right front there. Again, Lucky Mouse really using up that right front, unfortunately. Sayin taking it nice and easy. Oops, sorry about that. Taking it nice and easy on the braking. When you see cars tend to lock up the tires like that, that means that their brake bias is too far forward. Some drivers, when they're first starting off, as Sayin shoots to the inside, try and get a good run, forcing Lucky to push wide. Do the little switchback going up the hill, just getting out in front. Sayin gets the pass done for P1. As soon as he saw that he was clear, he just went straight in front of him and took it away from him just like that. And here comes Lucky Mouse on the inside. He wants his lead right back. Lucky Mouse has to be careful. He's got to conserve his mediums, or else he's going to be pitting at the same time as Sayin is on the softs. Side by side, who's going to get the DRS? It's going to be Lucky Mouse with the DRS. Oh man, he just rings it around the outside. Lucky Mouse kind of left out to dry. Here comes RVG to try to pick up the scraps. Beautiful ground shot. That's new. Yellow flag in sector 2. Don't know why it's... Oh, Willphaser's got a broken front wing there. Maybe that's why it may have went offline and smacked it. Now can Sayin really pull ahead now? These 3 trying to capitalize on the incident that the stewards, I'm sure, are going to look at between Sayin and Camel. I think RVG's actually going to be out of the DRS zone. He is. That's going to allow Lucky Mouse and Sayin to pull away. Already pulling away by about 4/10 on the straightaway there. Willphaser heading into the pits. Would expect him to get put on the hards as well. While we're watching this battle, there's another battle for 5th and 6th. That's Bro Wilson and Potts going at it. This is the battle for the lead. Potts out with a 3-second penalty as he's battling with Bro Wilson. You can watch it on the track map. Looks like Bro Wilson is going to try to go around the outside before the right-hander. They're still going side by side, swapping positions back and forth. I think they're going side by side down the S's. Bro Wilson still holding the lead, and he gets out in front. Let's see if he can pull away now and chase down RVG, who's a good meaty 32 seconds behind in the podium standings. Wolfhazer coming out about 11 seconds, 12 seconds in front of Camel. So Camel wait for those hearts to kind of heat up and get into their kind of prime wear where they're at their quickest, but it's going to take a while for those to happen. So for the softs, those were my estimates that they really pushed hard on one set. I think the softs can easily go about 20 to 22 laps. Mediums can go about 26 to 30. I think the mediums there are going to want to pit a little bit earlier. I think Lucky Mouse is definitely going to go for the one soft, mediums to hards. Depending on how Saiyan manages his tires, he may go softs to hards too. I don't know. Oh, Lucky Mouse getting a little bit loose. Coming out of the double left-hander there. Lights up the rears, but saves it. Two different lines there. You saw Saiyan really hug the inside. You saw Lucky Mouse kind of go outside in, inside out of the corner. And really on this track, you can have 4 DRS zones. It's a long straightaway. That'd be pretty intense. RVG is also going to have DRS. He's going to try to utilize this battling right here to close the gap in to make life a little bit harder for these two. Here comes Lucky Mouse looking on the inside. Saiyan pushes wide, but I think that's going to set him up for the S's, I think. He's going to get right back in front of him. Coming up on lap traffic, that's going to be, I think that's going to be Texas Rooster that they're coming up to, so I'm pretty sure he's just going to move out of the way, no problem. Wolfhazer, Potts, and Bro Wilson all close to each other. Saiyan pushes wide. Lucky Mouse is going to take it. Saiyan trying to get back on the track safely, avoiding the rumple strips as much as he could. Texas Rooster moving out of the way. Lucky Mouse is going to have the lead only for a bit. Side by side going up the hill. Oh, wheel to wheel racing here at Bahrain. Lucky Mouse still holding his own. Great car control from these drivers, especially Saiyan on those softs. Those 14 lap, yeah, that tires showing the age there, giving RVG the space. Pit window is now open for the softs. Saiyan's gonna send it on the inside. Can he get a two-piece? Almost. RVG now with a 3-second time penalty. I don't think that was his fault. Drag racing side by side in a turn 4. Wolf Phaser getting past Potts, but fell down to Bro Wilson. Camel now catching up to Potts. Gain about a couple seconds to pass a couple of laps. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Don't know if RVG got any damage. Wolf Phaser heading to the pits. He might have some damage, unfortunately. Probably with Potts. I'm sorry, Potts in the pits. Oh, RVG's slamming into the back of Saiyan. See a front end plate fall off him, so RVG's gonna have to go in and pit. Luckily, it's the pit window for the drivers on the soft tires anyway, but that's gonna hamper his pit time. And now Lucky Mouse has taken off now, so it looks like that the pace of the softs have finally kind of fallen off, and it's a steep drop off. So Saiyan heading to the pits, don't see any damage on his front wing. RVG's going to stay out. He's got front wing damage. Don't know how smart of an idea that is. That's pretty hefty too. Let's see what Saiyan's going to throw on the softs, and game really held him up in there. Didn't know if he had a 5-second penalty or not. I think that's going to be Texas Rooster getting past him. It was. So Saiyan on the softs, we know that they can last about 20 to 25 laps fresh now. So he's definitely going the soft, medium route. Don't know what Lucky Mouse is going to do. If he's going to throw on the softs and kind of do a reverse strategy of that, or if he's just going to throw on the hards and go the rest of the way. But the mediums are good for a little while now. Back down to here, this is Wolf Phaser and Bro Wilson battling it out. Bro Wilson locking up, RVG now going into the pits. And he's going to lose quite a bit of time to Saiyan after his front wing being replaced. There's Saiyan right there. Yeah, he's going to get past him, no problem. You can see that on the mini-map. Time being, though, Wolf Phaser on the hards is going to zoom right past him. Now he's going to be sitting up in third place. RVG is going to be down a little bit. So he's just exiting. And now Camel gets to have a shot at RVG in a couple laps time. And back up here now, third and fourth. Bro Wilson still in DRS range. Both drivers just locking up their tires. Texas Rooster, he's just having a hard time. Steps on the brakes, trying to get his car recentered, and yeah, Bahrain is tough. It's a tough track. One of my least favorite tracks to actually race on. Not a big fan of this track. So far, it's produced good racing so far. But now that we've had a lull, we're gonna take a quick break, real quick. Let's go and follow Camel around and watch him catch up to RBG. Gonna take a step away from the mic. We'll be right back. Enjoy the Camel as he races around Bahrain to catch up to RBG. Alright, and we're back. Update on the race. Bro Wilson has been passed by RVG. RVG's now moved up to P4. Camel is now closing in the gap. Looks like those mediums have really fallen off at around lap 20 or so, as Lucky Mouse has just got into the pit. So it looks like he's going to be doing the medium soft strategy. So that puts Saiyan about a second out, and that's going to allow Saiyan to really push, actually. So let's see how Saiyan's going to approach this. He saw to pit in at about, I think I'm going to pit in at around lap 40, I think. Maybe a little bit earlier, like lap 38 or something. Then go full send on the mediums. But definitely two different strategies. They're going to be coming to a crossroads at the end of the race here tonight. So we get to see how well that does for these two. RVG is, I wouldn't say no one's out of contention, but RVG, he's going to be struggling to get back into contention. Will Phaser currently third, 9 laps on the hards. Camel's been on the hards for 16 laps, and he's still trying to catch the top 5. Currently 3 seconds down. But as soon as Bro Wilson pits, he'll be up in the top 5, and he'll be about 5 to 4 seconds down from RVG. So definitely different strategies coming to play. Camel's going to run those hards as long as he can. Then I think he might try and switch on some fresh softs towards the end and really set those fast laps and really try to close in the gap. Saiyan setting a purple sector 3. Camel now within 2 seconds of Bro Wilson. Let's go and take a look at see who has how many penalties. I haven't been seeing much. Everyone's been running a clean race. Lucky Mouse hasn't even gotten a warning. Saiyan's on the verge of a penalty. Will Phaser also on the verge. We've seen RVG grab 1, 2, so 6 seconds worth of penalties towards the end. Bro Wilson, he's ran a clean sheet thus far. Camel, a penalty for him. Potts, 1 for him. Road King's going to have 1 on the verge of 2. And Texas Rooster, he's been spitting out a lot, but at least he doesn't have a penalty. So, I mean, got to look at the silver linings and all the things. Yes, he's been struggling, but he's been coloring inside the lines. Roki's going to go ahead and pit. He's been on the mediums for 23 laps now. 23 lap old tires. Bro Wilson on the same, and he's hemorrhaging time to Camel. Saiyan just trying to push, trying to get within that 1 second zone to use DRS and really closing the gap. I mean, he's pushing. Camel now within a second and a half. Saiyan gets a little bit loose, but saves it. We're going to jump downhill down here. So Bro Wilson and Camel and the DRS. A little late on it. That's really going to help closing the gap. Those hards are nice and warmed up, and they're actually in their prime grip level right now. wouldn't be surprised to see Camel try to overtake here on this second DRS straight here. Sets himself to the inside. Yep, there he goes. Right on the inside, no problem. Now he's a good 6 seconds down from RBG. He's going to go ahead and try to take on off. Back up here as we see the chase from Saiyan. So if what we're saying is just going to be Lucky Mouse and Sane, they're sitting about the same lap times. Lucky Mouse going like a 10th or 2 quicker a lap. He's really making those mediums work. Sane's kind of struggling to really gain any ground on the softs. He's just been kind of just chilling around there. Will Wilson pitting out on the softs. Go down here, Bro Wilson is going to try to make a move on the inside in DRS. Send a purple sector 3 blazing in front of him and gets the pass done. Texas Rooster off in the S's. Now Bro Wilson, he has 23 seconds to chase down Camel. Sane has put his head down now and just outside that 1 second mark in the DRS zone, but he might be able to get it here. Looks like Lucky Mouse has kind of alleviated a little bit of his pace, I think. I think he might be playing it so he only has to do about 8 laps on the soft so he can really just set the fast laps. Because Sane is his only immediate competition on track right now. Camel hasn't really been able to close the gap on RBG. Still within 6 seconds. And it's been steady, but it's been
very small increments over the past couple of laps. Camel with a 3-second time penalty. Sane has lost over a second the past lap. That's crazy. Lucky Mouse is... It's been so clean all race long. After gaining pole over 1/1000th of a second over Camel. He's just been holding his lead. Road King with a 3-second time penalty. Now we're on lap 30, a little bit past halfway. So we're going to do our patented lap with the leader. As Potts gets offline there. So we're going to ride around with the Lucky Mouse for a little bit. We're going to take another quick break and we will be right back with more Formula One action. Alright, and we're back. Sayin heading into the pits. He's losing a lot of time on those softs, and I think he might throw on the hards actually for this. I don't think the mediums are going to last him that long. No, he's going to throw on the mediums. He's going to have about 25 laps to go. So he's going to have to make those mediums work. Wolfphaser now up to second after being 19 laps on the hards. RVG is actually going to get past him. So I don't know if Sayin was really like pushing on his softs or not. Or if we got damage or something, but RVG is going to get past him. But Sayin's a good 3.5 seconds behind. Camel 3 seconds behind RVG. Camel was losing some time to RVG as well. Sayin is chasing down RVG. RVG might be pitting in about 3 to 5 laps, I would assume. Sayin's gonna have to make those mediums last the rest of the race. It's gonna be a challenge. It's gonna be a stretch for him. I think he's gonna have to hope for Lucky Mouse to make a couple of mistakes. A couple of small mistakes or one big mistake down the road. For him to really capitalize on this different strategy. Sayin's setting a purple sector 1. See how sector 2 does as he's caught right up to Sayin. He's going to be outside of DRS. Oh, RVG getting a little bit loose. Sayin's going to be back up to third. Now he's going to be moving. Let's see if he sets a purple sector 2. He does. He's on pace to set the new fastest lap of the race. And he does a 131.2. Looks like the mediums are the way to go in this last half of the race. Softs just weren't holding up to snuff for very long, as it shows with RVG. RVG down 2 seconds from Sayin after about half a lap. Camel trying to catch up to RVG. I can see Camel going about 35 laps on the hards and switching over to mediums. Mediums are definitely the way to go, it seems. Camel now within 2.5 seconds of RVG. He's catching quick from RVG. I'm pitting. I'm pitting this time by, maybe even next. Let's see what RVG does. RVG is going to go and pull off. Yep. Saw how much time the softs were losing him. Went in. Tex Rooster got nabbed 5 seconds for speed in the pit lane. He's off. Now the question is, when is Camel going to pit and when is Will Phaser going to pit? It's definitely going to be a little bit scrappy all the way from 1st to 5th, depending on how these drivers pace hold out and their strategies. So RVG, he's going to be on the mediums to the end. Camel's going to have to pit for mediums. I would assume Will Phaser's also going to have to pit for mediums. I don't see any of those two holding those hards till the end. With 21 laps to go, I just don't see it. That's just too much. Sayan's good to the end. Lucky Mouse, he's going to have to pit for softs as he hasn't made a compound change yet. Saying pulling away from Camel though. He was 6.5 seconds down about a lap and a half ago. Now almost 8.5 seconds, so almost 2 seconds on those fresh mediums compared to these really worn out hards. I think if Camel puts on new mediums, he's really going to be able to really push ahead. I'm trying to work out where they're going to come out. Lucky Mouse is going to come out just in front of Saiyan. Wolfface is going to drop out. He's still going to be in the top 5. Camel's going to come in. He might just be out of the top 5, but he's going to be able to get past Bro Wilson again, no problem. It's going to be close with all these strategies coming together. Formula One, it's a game of chess. Racing chess at top speeds of 200 miles an hour. And if Saiyan can just keep it clean for 20 more laps, he's going to have a really good shot at a race win here tonight. I don't think he's gotten any penalties. He's just been gotten a couple warnings. He's closing in on Will Phaser within 8 seconds now. around Saiyan as he's trying to close in the gap to Will Phaser. Let's jump on down to Bro Wilson here. So he's trying to close in the gap on RBG, but he's going to have to pit again, it seems. Those softs are not going to make it to the end. If so, it's going to be a really big struggle. Currently 4.5 seconds down from RBG. Saying now within 7 seconds, almost 6.5 seconds of Will Phaser. So Texas Rooster moving out of the way. Bro Wilson losing time to RBG with the fresh tires. So I think that's going to be the best that Bro Wilson can do is 6th place. I think Camel's going to stay on those hards until he can kind of stretch out the softs. I think that's where he's going to be going with it. Will Phaser coming up on the back of Road King there. Will Phaser now dropping off on those hards. Saiyan is pushing. $18 laps to go. Yeah, Lucky Mouse definitely gonna have to pit. But I think he's gonna pit with about 10 laps to go. Camel just falling further and further behind. RVG is slowly catching up. Definitely going to make that pass in the pits without a doubt now. I think Will Phaser, if he pits, he can actually still be out in 3rd position. And RVG is going to have to really chase. As they currently stand. That front wing change really hurt RVG. If it wasn't from the front wing change, he'd actually be up to where Camel is, if not even further. We're on lap 42 of 57, 16 laps to go here, the Bahrain Grand Prix. Looks like Will Phaser's made up a little bit of time. He was about 23 seconds behind, but he's made up half a second. Yellows in sectors 2 and 3. That's going to be Texas Rooster. Bro Wilson, he's now going to head into the pits. Saying now within 6 seconds of Will Phaser, which means it's about 27, 28 seconds out from Lucky Mouse. It's gonna be close. Sane's doing a really great job closing in this gap, trying to get him a fighting chance for the last remaining laps. It's gonna be a struggle with him on these old mediums. Texas Rooster moving out of the way. Saying it a little bit loose, getting sideways there, really spiked up the rear tires there. All that momentum he made up just lost in an instant. And has to make it all back up. Will Phaser staying on the same pace as Lucky Mouse, actually. I find that very interesting. I think Lucky Mouse is trying to just nurse those tires home. Trying to get with about 10 laps to go. Sane's losing time. I know that kind of little quick burnout didn't help, but he hasn't been able to really recover from it. Bro Wilson sent the fast lap, 1:31.047. Sane's got to push now. He's got to go. Time is running out for him. 13 laps to go. We're just saying setup or something, like it's not set up for like a long run, because it's kind of just stalling out now. Because he's been hovering around the 8-second range. He was in like the 6.5-second range and just can't recover from it, it seems. Lucky Mouse is in the pits now, but he's going to come out well in front of Saiyan. Saiyan was unable to get the runs that he wanted. Lucky Mouse is going to come out in front of Will Phaser, no problem. Lucky Mouse is going to have a 12 laps on the softs. Lucky Mouse just coming out in front of Will Phaser. Will Phaser going to have DRS, but he's on 32 lap old tires. But I think he's going to try to use this to stay ahead as much as he can. Zane has to make up a good 9 seconds to Lucky Mouse. Camel going into pit. He's going to put on the softs. That's going to put him back to 5th place, and he's going to have to push if he wants to get back up to RVG. There you see just the freshness of the softs really pulling away. Will Phaser already out of DRS. If I'm Will Phaser, I'm going in pit. I don't want to lose any more time. He has a podium pretty much secured at this point. He will come out in front of RVG. RVG will have to push. I don't know, he might gamble with the hards all the way to the end. It might get him 2nd place. Road King heading into the pits. Potts with a 3-second penalty. There's he saying he's been losing time now. This is interesting. Lucky Mouse already 3 seconds away from Will Phaser. Sayan's not catching up. Sayan's not catching up to Will Phaser at all. He's not closing in that gap. It's staying steady. Lucky Mouse is pulling away from the field. Yeah, if I'm Will Phaser, I'm going to try to stay out. I'm going to try to make a run. Only 10, coming up on 10 laps to go. Lucky Mouse a 130.039. Now Sane realizes the urgency now, 7.5 seconds within Will Phaser. He's going to have to get a move on. 10 laps to go. Camel set a fast lap in the 129.5. He's catching up to RVG. He might be able to grab 4th position. Because he's catching them fast. Yellow flag in sector 2. Don't know if Lucky Mouse got caught up in that or not. Look, he's looking clean. Talk about a big comeback, a big drive back from Will Fazer tonight. Got some damage early on. Threw on the hards 35 laps ago and hasn't even bothered to change. He's going to try to make it all the way to the end. Saint Soscott now just getting within the 7-second mark, it seems. But he's only going to have about 8 laps to close that gap in. Go and follow Camel around. He's the one that's closed in the most space between positions right now. It's in a purple sector 2. He so far has the fastest lap set so far. 8 laps to go. Bro Wilson with a 3-second time penalty. Now within 6 seconds. He's coming fast. But saying it is not closing the gap on Will Fazer quick enough. Let's use this to go ahead and take a look at the penalties right now. I think Lucky Mouse has stayed clean all race. Only 2 warnings, so he is on the brink of his first penalty of the race. Will Fazer on the brink of his first penalty. I think Sayan's got 1 penalty. Yes, he does, but he's cleaned the rest of the way down, so he's got a 3-second handicap he's got to work with. RVG has 9 seconds worth of penalties. Camel, he has 6, so he's got a 3-second buffer for RVG. Bro Wilson just got his first penalty. Potts 2 for him. Road King 2 as well, and Texas 2 as well. So Camel's got a 3-second buffer to RVG. So Camel just has to make up another 1.5 seconds, and he's got 4th place pretty much in the bag with the speed he's been producing. Saying he has to make up that 3 seconds. Or hope that Will Fazer gets a penalty towards the end and he's able to capitalize and close in. He's now 6.2 down now. I'll say that. Went back up to about 6.5 seconds. Six laps to go. Camel now within. He's going to make this pass on track. Sayan has dropped back again. What is going on with him? He's just not having the proper pace late in this race to get those moves done. Looks like it's third place is the best that he can do. There's RVG in front of him. Sane is dropping back now, 8.2 seconds. That's a big yikes. At that point, he's just holding on. He just wants this race to end. Purple sector 3 for Camel. He sees RVG in his sights. He's going to be able to make the pass within the next lap or two, no problem. Is he going to have DRS? Yes, he will. Oh, that's going to be Sane off. Sane had a big off. And that pretty much wrapped it up for him. Oh, he's got some front wing damage. I mean, he's got a lot of space. I would just finish it out like that. Definitely not going to be able to get that second place now. Here comes Camel. Let's ride on board with him. So he chases down RVG. RVG is going to hold the middle. He's going to make Camel go around the outside. Gets it done, no problem to RVG. He's going to try to go in on the inside. Camel trying to go the over and under. Going up the S's. RVG holding him true to his line, but Camel's going to get the move done. No problem for Camel. He still has a 3-second buffer. Sane heading into the pits. Why? That's going to give his positions up with just 4 laps to go. He's got to stay in there extra long. He should have stayed out. He's going to give up his podium. Camel's going to get in the podium now. He's going to lose out big time. Sane's going to have to make up 15 seconds within 4 laps. That's not going to happen. Oh, I don't know what Sane was thinking there. He had a 21-second gap. He could have had the podium in hand, but it's gone now. He's not going to be able to close that type of distance in. There's no way. 3 laps to go now. For Lucky Mouse, that is. RVG still trying to get in this podium fight. RVG with another 3-second time penalty for that corner cut. He now has a 6-second disadvantage as they come across track with 3 laps to go. That may make it a little bit more easier for Saiyan, but I don't think so, man. Man, he should have stayed out. RVG, he's going to push, he's going to try to get his spot back and try to pull away, so I mean, anything's possible. That was a bad line through there. Took it way too sharp and really messed up his exit speed. Two laps to go. Leading flag to flag, even through the pit stops. I think Lucky Mouse, he's saving up all the ERS, getting his first penalty of the night. But he's saving up all his ERS. He's going to set a banger of a last lap. White flag is out. Let's ride on board with them. There he goes. He's got the overtake on. Approaching 200 miles plus. Almost 199. I think he's going to try to go for fastest lap here. Get a little bit loose coming out of 3. Into 4. Really just abusing that right front. Getting back on the power a little bit squirrely as he heads down the S's. We'll push a little bit wide on that right-hand hairpin. It's going to be close for the fastest lap, but he didn't set up purple sector 1, so these last sectors are going to have to be really, really fast. This car is just pushing. There it is. There's only 2 more corners to go. Really, 1 more corner. That little bend barely even counts as a corner. Dominating performance. Got out in front early. Stayed out of trouble all race long. Gets a little bit loose coming in the last corner, but Lucky Mouse is going to win the Bahrain Grand Prix. In stellar dominating fashion as the fireworks go off over Sakir Circuit in Bahrain. And Will Fazer, 43 lap old tires, nursing his car home. Second place for Will Fazer. And Camel getting lucky with a pit stop that shouldn't have happened. Camel should have been finishing 4th in this race. But the sim racing gods have blessed him with a podium. Bottom step. Camel on the bottom step. P3 for him. RVG is going to come across the line in 4th place. And then saying Heartbreaker had the pace, just couldn't get it done. Really fell off towards the bottom half of the race there. Unfortunate. Roking is going to come across the line. Texas Rooster stayed in it the entire race. Not a single person dropped out. You gotta love it. And Bro Wilson's going to be the last one across the line. And that's going to be it. We'll take a look at the official results. Most definitely, I agree with the game for once. Driver of the day is Will Fazer. Absolutely. Doing the one stop. He's going to go and take his top step of the podium next to Will Fazer and Camel. as they spray the virtual champagne. To the roar of the virtual crowd. I'm going to go ahead and not do interviews here tonight. We're going to go ahead and cut it a little bit short here tonight, but there it is. Wolfphaser ran a clean sheet tonight, not a single penalty. You gotta love it. But Lucky Mouse, Wolfphaser, Camel, your top 3. RVG Insane rounding out your top 5. Bro Wilson, Potts, Road King, and Texas making out the rest of the grid. Join us Wednesday night for Camel Premier Racing League. So we do I think it's a doubleheader this Wednesday, so tune in for that. I've been Will in the Zebra Caller, and we will see you Wednesday night for Camel's Premier Racing League.